The purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to complete a purchase order, or a PO, at Branham High School if you are a student in a club. So the purchase order for a club is basically an approval sheet that allows the club to spend its resources on a certain item or group of items. These should be done well ahead of time, say at least 2 weeks before anything is spent. So you start off with the basic blue form and you fill all the essentials out. Your name, your club, and the club info. So let's say we're part of ASB and we want to allocate money to some events. So we fill all that out. So who are we and why do we need to spend money? Let's say ASB is holding a banana eating competition and you need your supplies for that, like bananas, posters, etc. So there, we filled out the easy part. For the next section, the vendor info is for if you're paying a company directly. This is applicable if it's a lot of money that your club needs to send to a company, like for a DJ or something like that. But for the most part, students pay for supplies themselves to make the process faster and reimburse themselves later, which is a video for another time. So, say you're a working student and you decide to pay for the supplies yourself initially to save time. So we don't worry about this part, we don't fill it out. If you are in a situation where you feel like you need to fill this out, just talk to your advisor and that'll get done. But now, you need to state what you're buying. So when your club reviews it, they know why you want to spend a certain amount of money on a certain thing. So for the banana eating competition, you want to buy 50 bananas, and you state that as so. However, you're not sure at this point about the other aspects of the competition. You want to advertise, you want to have posters at the competition, so you buy the paint and the papers later, as well as other items that may come in handy, like napkins. These all depend on later decisions, but you need to fill out the PO now. So you can just write down supplies and think of the high end of what that would cost. For the competition, maybe all that extra stuff will cost at most $100. You're not expecting it to, but in case it does, your club will know to account for the money spent. This is very important. Again, the PO effectively sets a budget, so it's much better to not hit the budget than to exceed it and put your club in a bad situation. So you put not to exceed $150 as your total, and there you have it. That's your budget. Now, all you need to do is to get it approved. Hand the PO to your club treasurer, and he or she will review it. And if they think it works financially, they will sign it and hand it off to the club advisor, who will check it. It's very important to communicate with your club about this, just to keep everyone on the same page and make sure the club is stable from an operations point of view. So once the club approves it, through whatever the method they have, the advisor should hand the form to the activities director, who will run the form through ASB and will double check with the principal. If everything gets approved, then the banker will enter all of this into your club's finances sheet, and you're ready to buy all the bananas you want as long as you outline that on the description. So the process is long, but it's the best way to make sure every club is being responsible with their finances and is having really good communication with their club along with the rest of the school. It's also why it's so important to do these well ahead of time, because it is a long process that could take a few days. But yeah, that's the whole process. It's not too difficult. And of course, thank you for watching.